that is the engine that was in that. That is not the same engine. This is an LC9 block and LC9 rods and pistons that have the valve reliefs on them, but it has an LH6 crank in it, which is a 24X, which that's what that is. Blocks are the same. They're identically the same. That one was just a lot cleaner and I don't want to clean it, so that's going to go to Doug. He needs to clean the shit because I don't give a shit. So, sorry Doug, clean your shit. There were metal shavings in that engine, and to this day we still can't figure out why there was metal in the engine, because it was in the oil filter, it was in the oil pan, it was in one of the heads on the top of it. So if you took the valve cover off, it was in one of the heads. I think it was on that side, which would be the driver's side. And it was just like, it was like burrs. Like it was like something got drilled. It wasn't like something got hit. And there's nothing that I can think of that I drilled that caused the issue. But I pulled it out because it was knocking, and I believe I found the issue why it was knocking. And it's either two of the things I can think of. One, it had an exhaust leak on that side, on the passenger side, but it also did have a loose engine mount on that side. And the noise that I heard when I pulled the engine out, if I moved the engine mount, it sounded identically exactly the same. So I think what was happening was when I revved the engine, it was making a noise, and when it was going back and forth, you would hear the knocking noise. But I'm glad I took it out, because with the metal shavings in that engine, that would have caused an issue. So it was a blessing in disguise, in my opinion. That's the LM4 that was in the car. The block is okay. It's got some, let's see if I can go over there and look at it. You might not be able to see it without a flashlight. I've already dingle ball honed it, but like here's an example. See if you can see it. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Like that one, you can see that line, like a couple lines that are in here. I'm guessing that's from those little metal slivers or whatever was in the engine causing it, but you can't really feel it even with your fingernail. So I dingle ball hone this thing. Like this one looks good too. It's got the just a little tiny thing you can see with light. But if you go over through all of it, it's really, really clean. So I might do something with this for like an NA build and throw like 862s or whatever I can find. I actually have a set of 862s right up there, so I might do that and build this engine. But yeah, this is ready to go. I just got to tighten up the tension around that, and this will be ready to go in the car. I'm gonna leave the turbo kit off it just right now, so it'll be easier to get in the car that way. You can take it out of the car with it on. It's easier going back in with it off. So it'll go back in here. The 4L80 is still up in there. I'm gonna take off the mid pipes and get those out of the way, and then get this, drop back in here, and just right back there that way, get everything bolted. And then what we'll do is we'll put the turbo kit back on loosely, we'll get the mid pipes on, get everything connected, and then we'll tighten that down to the engine, tighten the mid pipes down, make sure everything's sealed up, and we should be ready to go. I like having a Gen 4 engine. This makes me feel a lot better, even though those turbos would max out and the Gen 3 would be just fine. With something like this, it's gonna laugh at it, because those turbos would literally just disintegrate by the time this thing will blow up. Because those things are only good for like 650 to the wheel. Like that's all they make. So that is the little update here. I was hoping to get this in today. I did something with my elbow when I was playing with my oldest daughter, and I went to come out and wrenched on the engine, and I just couldn't do it, because anytime I put like any kind of force on it, just basically just putting like 10% down, it just hurt like terribly bad. It's getting better, so I'm just wondering if I just pulled something in there, it's just got a pinch nerve or something, but it did not feel great. So I'll wait on that, but we'll get this back in. Like I said, it's ready to go on that thing, and we will sell this whole entire project and be done with this. So that's the last update ever.